perhaps even more so now, as we recognize what a key role our managers will play in developing the workforce of the future. Today we have fewer managers, but their roles are even more important. Organizational simplification was, on one hand, an effort to achieve savings and efficiencies by reducing management layers, but also gave greater support and recognition to the importance of management and supervisory positions in our workforce, and particularly in the time of transition and change. This year, the BSA has chosen as its theme, leading through change, recognizing supervisors and managers addressing current and impending workplace changes. Today we'll honor 17 supervisors and managers who have been nominated by their staffs for exemplary leadership in a time of change. Change in the workplace can be disconcerting and stressful for staff, even positive change. Good managers can help staff deal with and adapt to change and see the opportunities and benefits of change. They can inspire their staffs to become excited about changes that can make their work lives much better and more fulfilling. We're just beginning to see some of the really positive results of operational excellence. In fact, yesterday in the cabinet meeting, I heard from John Wilton that thanks to Cal Planning, an upload of financial data, which just a year ago would normally take 2 analysts 4 months to complete, was accomplished in 4 hours. Thereby is already saving us millions of dollars. In the first year and a half, we've already exceeded the 2-year cumulative benefits target. The benefits target in the first 2 years was 7.8 million, and we've already exceeded 9 million. And we're on track to reach the $40 million annual permanent savings goal by 2017. And I'll just ask you to, because you're all very smart people, if you can do the arithmetic in your head, for $40 million a year, how many staff positions that saves? Just as importantly, thereby is making our working lives better. The time to process payments on average has been reduced by 8 days. And here's a quote from one of our staff. I used Verify for the first time last week, did it all myself, submitted it at 3:02 p.m., and the package arrived at 11 a.m. the next day. And the vendor was paid within 48 hours. Magic. Well, I hope this is the rule rather than the exception. But someone pointed out to me also, if a vendor gets paid within the next 48 hours, you can actually renegotiate the price, because for vendors it matters a lot when they get paid. And so if you can consistently pay people, after 48 hours rather than after 2 months, then it will give you a lower price. The third and final cohort of Verify has now gone live, and the rollout model for Verify is being held out as best of class in higher education. I've been up twice in the last 2 weeks up in Sacramento. First of all, I took a group of students up a week ago because I wanted the legislators to actually meet our students firsthand so they would really understand sort of the impact of their cuts and hear it from the students. That was a really pretty exciting, pretty educational for the students. Actually, 2 of them are poli-sci majors, and at the end of the day said, well, one career I now know I'm not going to pursue. It's literally true. The students, by the way, are great. And they, when they were being given the runaround, they saw right through it. It was really impressive the training they were. And then this week was with the regents. This will probably be a case, so I'm not going to comment on the regents. And all of us are, of course, concerned about continuing tuition increases, but it was interesting. The one message I heard repeatedly from people in Sacramento, most especially the head of the Senate, Darrell Steinberg, who said, just how impressed they were with how hard we were working to reduce costs, explicitly the operational excellence program, and wondered why we weren't bragging more about our efforts and how successful our staff are in doing this. And this, I can tell you, it's challenging enough budget-wise, but this only helps. As operational excellence advances, and in particular shared services begins its implementation, we as managers must help our staffs adjust to the changing workplace and model through our leadership, the workplace of the future to which we aspire. I know everyone's nervous about shared services, but I just want to remind you, Yale has done it, Johns Hopkins has done it, Boston College has done it, University of New Hampshire has done it, Oregon State has done it. If they can all do it, we can do it too, and we can do it successfully. But we need feedback from you continuously to make sure that it's being done in the best way possible. The 17 supervisors and managers we honor today provide great leadership through continually striving to A, articulate a vision for their unit and convey the excitement of working to achieve it. B, facilitate open communication and management transparency and accountability. C, keep up morale by valuing and developing their staff. And finally, advance equity and inclusion, which are the foundation of a healthy campus climate. Through their leadership, these supervisors support and maintain our great resources, our greatest resource, which is our people. We have a deeply loyal staff who are proud to be part of the Cal family. That loyalty and pride is the result, in no small part, of good leadership and management. Of course, it's easier, beginning, frankly, with the Chancellor's position, to be great in times of plenty. However, it's during challenging times, like the ones that we're experiencing now, that test us, that demonstrate our true character. And it's not in my notes, but just to quantify this for the challenge that we all have faced, me, but all of you as well. When I began as Chancellor, part of the recruiting of me here was the compact with Schwarzenegger. If the compact had held, then our funding from the state this year, my last year as Chancellor, almost would have been $600 million. That's to pay your salaries and mine. The actual funding is $240 million. So we're missing $360 million, which is money for the salaries of staff and faculty. That's 4,000 staff positions. So if we'd stayed static, right, so the salaries for 1/2 of our entire staff at Berkeley have been removed from the state. And if we had stayed static and not done all of the things that we did, we would have had to cut our staff by a factor 2, which is of course impossible, right? And so that's quantitatively the challenge that we've been facing. And I think overall, all of us can be proud for what we've accomplished. And of course, we hope to see a turnaround from Sacramento in due course, but that's frankly not going to happen tomorrow. So we have to continue on the pathway we've been following. The character and leadership of our staff has inspired others to nominate the 17 people we are honoring today for recognition for excellence in management. To each of the award winners, I'm truly grateful for all that you do on multiple levels to support and advance the university's mission of teaching, research, and public service. When I read some of the statements made by staff about our awardees this year, what was most valued was the respect that these individuals showed for their staff and the support and encouragement that they gave to the staff who report to them. They did this by providing a clear vision and guidance and opportunities for staff to recognize and contribute their skills to the mutual benefit of themselves, their department, and their unit. The campus is fortunate to have leaders like those people that we're recognizing today. And again, let me just finish up by congratulating our 17 award winners. Let me also thank all of those the BSA staff members who worked so hard to make it possible to have these awards. And to everyone, I want to thank you for your work in selecting the candidates. I know because I nominate people often for various awards. Actually, the nomination process itself takes a long time, and it requires really generous work and work that's done not for your own benefit but for the benefit of someone else. And so I'm really grateful to the people who put in the effort to nominate their managers. So let's now call up our award winners.
Our first award winner is Anhara Alexander from Berkeley Law. Berkeley Law staff, faculty, and students in immeasurable ways. She is an expert in facilitating a harmonious and efficient workplace environment. She is always open to new ideas and credits people for their contributions. Her sense of humor and pride she takes in her work is infectious, and her staff responds in a like way. Her appreciation of teamwork is key to the office culture she facilitates. From the Haas School of Business. Carrie does an extraordinary job of leading her large staff through change. For example, she avoided the distress of launching a new financial system in 2010 and is now making sure her staff has the training and resources to be successful through operational excellence, even while working half-time on the Verify initiative. She sets high goals and welcomes input from the staff. In the words of her staff, she inspires and delivers. Wow. Our next recipient is Patty Baba from Recreational Sports. Patty supported her staff through the long process of change by keeping them informed of the constantly changing details of plans, listening to their needs and concerns, and then working with them to come up with solutions they could live with. Her leadership is built on mutual trust and respect. Our next awardee is Martin Backstrom from the Institute. Has been very rocky. We've had so much change here, and Marty is the main reason we are navigating it without falling apart. He is our advocate, our mentor, our shoulder to cry on. Our next recipient is Clady Davis from University Health Services. Navigated through the budget crises and uncertainties of operational excellence these past 3 years. Clady humanely prepared staff for transition, maintained excellence and morale through his ability to communicate honestly and by collaborating in an inclusive way as both leader and team player. He included staff in the process of change and valued and sought their opinions. At developing strength-based leadership throughout our team while remaining totally non-judgmental and supportive. He somehow seems to be available at any time, and when you're meeting or working with him, he gives you his full attention. His Zen-like management style is empowering as he frequently asks us how we're doing and if we need anything, rather than prescribing us with things we could or should be doing. Best conveys the degree of loyalty and commitment that Jean Delaney has used to inspire us. We think of her as a player's coach. She is clearly our leader, but is not hierarchical. She would never ask us to do anything she would not do herself, and as a result, there is no one here who would not run through a wall for her, should it be necessary. We are living proof of the theory that people will work harder if they believe that others are working equally hard. We know that Jean does not play favorites. In fact, she is working hardest of all. The next recipient is Roya Ferrazares from the Department. Her high expectations of herself are matched by her high expectations of staff. Yet she is flexible and open to opposing viewpoints. For example, she requested the staff complete 360 evaluations of her own performance. This shows her strength of character and sincere desire to improve her performance to suit the needs of the department from her first days on the job.
Christina's direct reports to refer to her as the best boss I have ever had.
Yeah.
Christina intentionally provides opportunities for advancement and creates an environment where staff are encouraged to tackle new challenges, grow professionally, and thrive. Her goal is to always serve the university by keeping its best interest in mind. She does so by role modeling strong personal ethics and maintaining a strategic vision for the departments she oversees. UC Berkeley is truly fortunate to have Christina creating positive change one department at a time. Our next recipient is Laurel Holland from the Lori has successfully led her staff through impending change. She keeps her staff fully informed and maintains high morale for staff, reminding them that change is inevitable and drawing on her wisdom gained through her decades at the university. Approachable, honest, clear, and appreciative. Who could ask for more in a supervisor? Is Mark Kaiser from Berkeley Language Center. With respect to OE, Mark met with us individually and as a group to address questions and concern with its purpose and possible impact on our current roles and responsibilities. Mark has an inclusive communication style and collaborative approach to accomplishing projects. He steadily encourages our reflections or even disagreements over a given matter and thoughtfully proposes realistic deadlines. Mark is not intimidating and is an excellent listener. He challenges us to think, improve in our skills, and care for BLC. He recognizes and acknowledges quality work and provides us with necessary resources to aid in our professional growth. He has an open-door policy, inviting us to communicate with him, whether via email, telephone, or in person. Janet ensures that birthdays and accomplishments are celebrated, that office gatherings are fun and inclusive, that a coworker in need is taken care of and supported, and that people feel free to engage in conversation and lighthearted fun while still getting the work done. She spends time working with her staff to focus on improving collaboration and communication among each other. Kathleen wasn't able to attend. She's with Application Services. Working with Kathleen is an inspiring experience. She sets clear expectation and goes out of her way to recognize our achievements. She delegates tasks when she sees them as learning opportunities for her employees. She offers weekly check-ins on our unit goals and tasks, including brainstorming. She collaborates on projects and often allows us to lead the projects as a learning tool. Having her as a leader and a manager has been a great opportunity. Thank you, Kathleen, for all you do and the amazing guidance you provide us. Our next recipient is Sue Thur. By being open with her staff on OE proposals for change and how it may impact our work and lives. Her door is always open and there is no fear that she is hiding information from her staff. Her openness has also helped staff feel more secure. She offered to us a forum to air and share our concerns and fears around the dreaded OE. She encourages staff to take advantage of training opportunities and has provided for cross-training. Our next recipient is Bobby Timpton from Housing and Guidance Services. Tavi's easy, ready, readiness and ability to consider issues and concerns for all her staff make her a trusted source for both information and direction. She approaches changes and obstacles with an air of optimism that is infectious and allows her staff to share on her optimism with each other and with family housing residents. She consistently provides clarity and guidance when creating and implementing policy in the village, offering support to staff when needed, and challenging them when they need to be challenged. She leads by example, with confidence and a sense of humor. Ms. Maria del Carmen Torralba. Maria is an excellent and professional manager. There's nothing, including personal issues, that her staff can't go to her for help and advice. Being able to trust Maria and know that she is reliable has made working with her a great pleasure. She has created a friendly environment, and we think it noteworthy to recognize her efforts. Is Derek M. Van Reenen from the Derek encourages staff to utilize campus resources for career development, such as encouraging us to volunteer, to be on committees, pilot programs, and attend trainings, etc. He sets the tone for an environment that is open to all, not just athletes, and we feel like we're doing a great public service to the broader student population. Staff look forward to Thursday staff meetings because he brings a family vibe that has a great sense of humor. These meetings are a highlight to working for Derek.
That ends the formal presentations, but I just want to again congratulate our recipients. And also I'd like the Excellent Management Committee to please stand up. So we have Gina Abrams, Vanaya Gokarn, Nancy Mowry, Carol Rockwall, myself, Karen Denton. Jude Bell and Cecilia Mockness were not able to attend because they are attending to the students at graduation today for the anthropology department. So I would like to invite you to all join and go upstairs to a reception. It's in the Goldberg room. I hope you'll all be able to stay for a while and join us. You exit the auditorium, take a left, go up the stairs, and follow the hallway and the room as at the front of Simon Hall. And then we also have a patio. You can go out in the patio and enjoy the sun and this gorgeous day. So thank you all again.